White now has knight to b6, and don't play rook a7 because of that knight c8 move. So you have to play rook to b8, and now White continues by releasing the bishop. You must now play this move, allowing the knight to come up with check. King over allows this check, not a fun move to see. And where do you put your king? The knight, you obviously see this is a problem. You have to actually induce this knight check, bring your king up into the game, not worry about moves like rook to d1 because you can just ignore the discovery. This is super sharp, crazy to calculate. White does have enormous pressure in this position. Can play for f4 later, by the way, when he's ready. But this is space for White with the two bishops. And f5 is on the board. f5 just played. Knight c5
came
played. And I think Vince is trying to hold the position together, but White has all kinds of activity. Rook d1's a move, knight e3 is a move.
I like a3.
b4 is a move. a3, okay, contained aggression so that his bishop can always back up. We saw this happen in the Levon Aronian game against Anish Giri earlier in the event. This is looking...
This is a dream for White.
Very nice for White.
This is a dream for White.
I'm going to tell you, Wesley is playing cat and mouse right now with Fabi. Every single move, just testing Fabi. Do you want to get out of your defensive stance? And Fabi had chances maybe to be a bit more aggressive. And that last move, if we go back just one move, queen to b4, it was a good idea to play the move b6. But that feels like you're softening the queen side a little bit.
Right.
And so why would you do that? But he went defensive with rook 8, d7, and now rook to c1, and a trade on d4. We're expecting to see rook takes.
He's playing himself into trouble here.
And now you're starting to see it. He's starting to allow some possibilities for White in this position. That endgame you guys talked about with the trebling on the line
is looming.
Is starting to loom, but an active rook on the c line as well. There are some issues.
I do have h4, and I'm trying to get out on g5. If you take queen h4, I have knight f3, and I'm out. Of course, I'm still worse down a pawn in a bad position, but at least my queen is alive. So after knight d2, guess how black wins here? It's devastating. You just play rook h7. I'm forced to take, and you go king h8. And now rook is coming to g8, and there's nothing I can do to save the queen again. I'm getting trapped on the open g file. This is just absolutely depressing and devastating for Vincent. There's no way. I tried so many different moves. No way to save the queen after queen e7. I think he's calculating all this now down to 7 minutes.